High above the sea of swords, where storms whispered the language of ages, stood the house of Ventalis. For generations its marble halls had heard the hum of air itself, the breath of ancient Jinn who once walked beside mortals. And in that place of legacy and wind, a child was born who would one day make the sky her confidant. Her name was Aurelline Ventalis, heir to the wind's memory. Even as a child, the air answered her moods. When she laughed, it danced through sunlit courtyards. When she cried, it gathered clouds above the cliffs. The elders said the wind remembered joy and sorrow alike, and in Aurelline it found both. She was not merely of the house of Ventalis. She was its living song. Among the nobles who sought her father's counsel was one who stood apart, the warlock, Madrik Rosloff. To courtiers he was a curiosity. To Aurelline he was a door to the unknown. His stories carried her to the edges of the plains, where wind met stars and thought became sound. "Listen closely," he once told her. "The air between worlds remembers every promise ever spoken." And so she listened. Then, without warning, he was gone. A single letter remained, sealed with the crescent sigil of the crescent moon tower. "When the stars fade and the winds fall silent," it read, "seek the veil." It remembers us. For years she kept those words close. A wound that would not heal, a secret she could neither forget nor forgive. Seasons passed like sighs through the curtains of her study. She grew into her power as quietly as nightfall, a diplomat, a scholar, a keeper of storms. But solitude became her companion. Each whisper of the wind carried the same question. Where did he go? And always it answered with silence. One night the air stirred differently. A breeze without scent or sound slipped through her window, and with it a letter that shimmered like moonlight on glass. Madrik's hand, his seal, his plea. "I am fading, Aurelline. My patron's realm falls into disarray. Seek the witchlight carnival, the gate between winds." For the first time in years, her heart raced faster than the storm. At dawn, she stood on the cliffside where her family's banners once flew. The sigil of House Ventalis gleamed in her palm and then disappeared beneath her cloak. "The wind remembers," she whispered. And with that she turned from the sea and walked into the mist, leaving behind a name and a destiny bound by duty. Twilight fell, and the world shifted. Lanterns bloomed like stars. Music curled through ribbons of air, shimmering with color and promise. The Witchlight Carnival awaited, a crossroads between realms, a place where memories might breathe again. The wind stirred around Aurelline, whispering her mentor's name. She stepped forward, not as an heir of Neverwinter, but as a seeker of the veil, the one the wind had not forgotten.